All right, graph the tangent function. So to graph the tangent function in this case, the tangent can sometimes be difficult because, going back to like passing the vertical line test and functions here, if we were to graph the tangent function, we have a graph that looks like this. And you're like, oh crap. Because if you were to reflect this about the y equals x line, which is the way to reflect our graphs, what you're going to recognize is that this graph is not going to pass the vertical line test, right? If it doesn't pass the horizontal line test, then it's not going to pass the inverse is not going to pass the vertical line test. So that's what we call a function that is one-to-one. So when we're finding the inverse of functions, they have to be one-to-one. So then what do? Well, we restrict the domain of tangent of x to be between, so we say this function, we say, all right, well, we're going to find tangent of x, but we're only going to find tangent of x between negative pi halves x and less than or equal to pi halves. So now when I go ahead and find inverse tangent of x, so y inverse equals tangent inverse of x, what that's going to look like is now I'm going to get rid of that and that. It's only going to be between, there's an asymptote here, an asymptote here. So that graph looks like this. If you were to take that graph reflected about the y equals x line, which is that line, then the graph is going to look something like that, little S curve there. And it's going to have a domain that's restricted between pi halves and negative pi halves. Okay.